What it do, what it do? It's your boy DJ Nova Fresh. This is Lightning Strike Podcast in the building. And I'm in here on this fresh and what's today? What's Monday? What's the thing for the show?
Make it. We just trying to make it.
Trying to make it Monday. And I'm kicking it with the main man.
What's good? Hey, Brodie. How y'all doing, man? We ain't seen y'all in a few days. What's really good? How's everybody feeling? Missed y'all, man. What's been up, man? Like what's been going on? How's everybody weekend? Everybody have a good weekend. Get it in with your family and your friends and your peoples. How was your weekend, man? Yeah.
Yeah. Same old, same old. Ain't nothing new. It's another weekend without football. So really, bro, it's just getting through the motions, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Just going through these motions of another weekend without football has passed us. So that leaves us, I think, we 17 weeks left or something like that?
Something like that.
7.
Something like that. But you gotta chop it up, man. You gotta chop it up. Take it in increments. You know what I'm saying?
I just try, man. I'm trying, bro.
Just closest target. You know what I mean? We'll start with the draft.
Really try,
draft
bro.
party.
I'm really trying.
You feel me? We'll take it in increments. Once we get to that, we'll find a new checkpoint.
It's just hard. It's really hard out here.
Scotty.
Nah, it is, bro. It's like that. Baseball is back, but I mean, baseball really don't get good until like September. Really good in October.
If you're a Dodgers or a Padres fan, you know what I'm saying? It might be good now. Them boys cooking.
They are cooking. Definitely cooking. You know, it ain't the same.
Might be exciting now. I don't know. I'm not a.
It is.
A
you know, they win the games.
They
win
like
a lot
that,
of games. Basketball is heating up.
Yeah, basketball is.
Brodie James out here lighting it up. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the bench, shooting 1 for 1 on 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying?
Him and Steph had the same amount. We ain't got to do that. Shout out Steph. I rock with Steph, man.
Brodie out here cooking, bro.
I ain't know. It was more for Bronny just because people be on my boy head so tough. But pause. Hey, man did his thing in the G League. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
That he did. Bro, so
see what it looked like come cheer.
Still don't know how to figure out these Rumble and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, Facebook. But no, bro, my Chargers license plate came in this weekend. Pretty excited.
License plate cover or license plate?
License plate cover.
Okay.
So you see me sliding through traffic, you know what I'm saying?
Bolted
sliding through traffic with it, bolted up. You feel me?
Wanging lane to lane, you feel me?
Popping trunk down, finding in Maine. Bruh. What up, Dro? Lakers in 5. You already know. What are your thoughts on the rugby player we picked up? He played real good rugby ball. He's fast. He's 6'3".
Got a little size on him.
Yeah, a little size. He's about 2 inches shorter than most tight ends. Tight ends are usually like 6'5" and up. Very undersized for tight end, that's for sure. He's like 226. You want your tight end to be around 235 to 250, you know what I'm saying, to take those hits. But what I seen in the rugby league, he was very fast. You play rugby, you got some sort of toughness to you because you're tackling without pads, right? Tackling without pads. He is very fast in the open field, that's for sure. Gonna love to see what he develops into, like especially once you got OTAs coming up pretty soon. So that's gonna be fun to see. The voluntary workouts are going to come. So you'll start seeing some news trickle out from there of players showing up, doing drills and stuff like that. So he'll get used to that NFL atmosphere. His name is, you know his name, Brodie? You can say his name. I can't pronounce names. Pataya.
Is his last name. Let me get his first name.
Pataya. I mean, that's good for the Chargers and the fan base because you got a lot of Charger fans down in Australia, believe it or not. Believe it or not, you got a lot of Charger fans down in Australia.
Spreading that market.
Maybe that's where we should have went. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Brazil, we should have went to Australia.
Bloody hell.
Oi, Aussie. Oi. I would have loved to have gone to Australia.
Was good. Yeah, that would have been tough.
Australia, if you ever been, man.
If you know, you know.
You don't leave. Normally, it's hard to get out of Australia, and for very good reasons.
If you know, you're
gonna say that. Trust me. You wanted to go down under than Brazil. That's just being real. What up, Monty? We always gonna get to that, man. We always gonna get to the draft info, man. Like, you know, some of the rumors going around, if you go on and you check Sports Illustrated, they say 3 Chargers trade up targets include 1,300-yard receiver Johnny Ward winner T-Mac.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? They like,
It is what they said.
that's a lot of trading up though.
That is what they said.
You got 3 targets, all right? 3 people they say that the Chargers could trade up for. That would be T-Mac, Mason Graham, and Tyler Warren. Brandon wants to join. I say we don't trade up. There's no urgent need for any player to trade up with us, because I think honestly we're sitting good to where whatever we take at 22 is going to be a home run. Whatever players available on the board for the Chargers at 22, we're going to hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no pressing need. Okay, yes, we would love Tyler Warren, but is Tyler Warren somebody that you mortgage this year's draft and next year's draft collateral for?
Yeah.
No. It's Mason
I don't even
Graham.
think he's going to be there anyway.
You would have to move up into the top 10.
We were talking about like significant move up.
Yes, significant, more than just draft pieces to move up. You would have to give up somebody to move up into the top 10. And who are you going to target in the top 10? What team wants to trade out of the top 10? Right? I mean,
not unless it's game changing. Like it's got to be.
Yeah, like right now,
changing.
Like that's what I'm saying. T-Mac isn't going to change the franchise overnight. You get a T-Mac, you're not going to change over a franchise overnight. A tight end isn't going to change a franchise overnight. We're winning without him. So we're not in a desperate need to go and trade our futures for these guys. Mm-hmm. That's just being 100% real. That's why I say stay where we're at. Now, like, if you make these type of trades to move up, you're going for a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. We got Justin Herbert. Just being real. We won without Tyler Warren. Would we love to have him? Absolutely. But not at the cost that they want us to give up.
No mortgaging of the franchise.
Yeah. One without Mason Graham. Not going to give up the franchise for Mason Graham. One without T-Mac. Not going to give up the franchise without T-Mac. So none of those guys are going to lead to, like, anybody we get in the first round is going to help us be successful. Yeah. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I don't think there's that much drop off in talent from the first pick to the 32th pick in the first round of the draft.
For sure.
That's just how much talent is loaded in this draft. That honestly, it's going to be hard to miss. Now, what we got to hope and pray for, though, if we're going after a tight end, if we're going after, we get the second best, Colston Loveland, then we got to hope that Tyler Warren doesn't get picked earlier.
Too early.
Because then other teams will have to shuffle. So if he gets picked too early, then Loveland might come off the board early. Mm-hmm. So you kind of want him to fall out of that top 10 range and get to the 15, the sweet spot, then we're good. But if he gets drafted in the top 10, it's going to kind of throw a wrench in things.
Because people are going to be on that tight end pick early, and the next best going to be him.
No, you don't. Dangerous. You don't trade the 4th and 6th rounds for a second round pick. That's when you draft, especially with this amount of draft picks, you draft for depth, right? It's steals that you get in the draft that fare better than those guys in the earlier rounds. And if you're not going in with a war chest of guys, you giving up, you said the 4th and the 6th, that's 2 picks for a guy in the second round. Yeah, the guy might be good, but what happens when he get hurt or what happens when he leave the franchise? You got to have some developmental pieces behind him. Yeah. We do need help on Jacob. We do need help on the D-line for sure. And I think that's going to be addressed.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get it.
Definitely going to be addressed it's going to be addressed in the first 3 rounds of the draft. I think the tight end, defensive line, and possibly running back are going to be addressed in the first 3 rounds, if you look at it. If you've just been hearing Jim Harbaugh talk, he's throwing it out there. Of course, it's maneuvering, right? You don't want to give up your hand on who you plan on drafting because your rivals like the Broncos, the Raiders, will probably try to target those players that they feel could help your franchise, you know? You think about it like this. He's going to come up there and say, we don't know who we're drafting. They know. They absolutely know who they're drafting.
Who they want to draft.
Yeah, who they want to draft and who's going to be there. But they can't say it because if you say it, if you ain't the number 1 pick, like, you really can't. Top 5 is like the only people that can say, this is who I'm picking.
Yeah, exactly. It's a done deal. That's who.
Yeah.
The direction the franchise is decided.
Because they know anybody that wants to get into the top 5 is going to have to give up this year's first round, next year's first round, and 3 first round picks just to get up into this. Also, there's rumor that J.K. Dobbins may sign with the Broncos. That's just a rumor. What you think, Brodie?
I mean, one, I'll start by saying I want him back, but I think it all depends on a lot of that goes on in free agency, because I think the decision with him and probably Keenan Allen will come after the draft. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I ain't gonna say I'll be sick if he went to the Raiders. I mean, I get it. Very similar to the Bosa situation. I think we had this on one of the episodes. We were talking about how would we feel if Joey Bosa went to the Raiders, and how would we feel if J.K. Dobbins went to the Raiders. Want to go get his money if they gonna pay him. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Would I would love to see him in powder blue? Absolutely. But
Unfinished business, man. He would have been our first. He was, if he didn't get hurt, he would have been the first 1,000-yard rushing years.
Yeah.
Anytime, and plus against that patchwork interior line that we had, for him to even get in the 900s with that says a lot about him and the qualities he brings as a running back. So absolutely, you would love, because you know him. You know what he can do. You know what he's capable of. You're gambling. The draft is a gamble anyway. You're drafted on potential. Nobody knows what you're going to do when you show up until it's time to play. The lights hit Sunday.
Flawless, we not worried about nothing Raider centric. Care nothing about no Gino. Don't care nothing about no Genty if he get over there. No, definitely don't care nothing about no Pete.
Yeah. So, Skylar said, how do we feel about the Trey Lance signing? Skylar on Facebook.
What's good, Skylar? Let's talk about it.
I mean, I can see why the signing. It's always a security blanket, right? And it breeds competition in training camp for your backup role, right? And Trey Lance is the athlete. He has a big arm as well, and he's also an athlete. His legs can get him places. So he comes in, he challenges Tyler for the backup position. So, I mean, it's going to be a good training camp. It's a good security blanket, possibly a good security blanket, depending. I mean, we really haven't seen much of what he can do consistently, because he just, you know what? He just had the bad breaks, man. Supposed to start, got hurt. So you've never just seen his full potential, right?
Yeah.
Had a bad preseason, so everybody, I mean, that's all you had to judge him on, right? But he really didn't get the reps and sets that he's supposed to get because of an injury. So it's always going to be one of those big what ifs.
Yeah.
Number 3 pick in the NFL draft. I mean, something had to be there for them to draft him at number 3.
Yeah, he was going crazy at, was it North Dakota State or something like that? But the Chargers flat out said it was about competition, breeding competition in the quarterback room. So, you love to see that. Heineke doesn't have a for sure just, solidified spot at backup. So, you love to see the competition. Harbaugh's little slogan is competitors welcome. And I do think Trey Lance will come into, training camp and stuff competing. What I would like to see, though, capitalizing on some of the things that you said, since he is going to be here, he is an athlete. I would love if there was some sort of short yardage package that had Trey Lance's name on it. You know what I'm saying? So
to save Herbo's body.
I'm saying, so whether that was Wildcat, RPO, something like that, short yardage package that you could bring in Trey Lance, and it's like, use your feet, make the short pass. Herbo come out the game for one play, come back in when the down is secured, and we back to doing what we do. Just some of the things we've been speaking to all off season with Greg Roman is just being a little more exotic with this playbook, because we got playmakers. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say about Trey Lance. Playmaker has to be on his name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can make a play. And that's all we asking you to do is a play. Some of these struggle downs that we had this year, with the short yardage, put him in. Let him use his legs. This man is still otherworldly athletic. You know what I mean? Let him scramble 2 yards, cure the downs, keep it moving. Herbo comes back
version
in.
of the tush push.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Our version of the tush push. Exactly. Let's create it.
And not to say we just throwing him out there to get hurt or whatever the case is, but it's like, It's better that if he's out there being mobile and doing his thing rather than Herbo getting rolled up on in a QB sneak or something like that. And he come out now, ankle, knee, whatever the case.
And that's the thing. Like Herbert got hurt last year, and he shouldn't have been playing. Right? We risked a lot, but the reason why he had to play because the backup sucked that bad.
You wasn't an Eastern Stick fan?
It's
Is
just
that what I'm
it's just
hearing? You
being
wasn't an
real. It's just
Eastern
being real.
Stick
The
fan?
backup wasn't solid enough for us to mortgage him sitting down and getting fully healthy. And we took big risks, man. We took big risks with that.
Hell no.
So
Johnny, what's good?
bringing in Trey Lance could help us breed great competition in training camp and also allow us to. You don't get much drop off because he's the same type of caliber of quarterback as Herbert. He's mobile. He has a big arm. He ain't Herbert. Don't get that twisted. But what I'm saying is, as far as arm talent and athleticism, you don't have to do much changing on your play calling, right? You could still move the pocket with Trey Lance. Now, is he good as Herbert? Absolutely not. That's just being real.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you go to game planning, he's not a pocket passer, nor is Justin Herbert. And that's the way the game is. The way of the pocket passer, if you ain't getting the ball out in like a second, you ain't going to last in a pocket. So you need mobile quarterbacks now. You need athletes at quarterback. So, yep, you're right, Johnny. Draft going to be good, and make sure you pull up on us April 24th, La Vida Cantina, Costa Mesa, California at 4 p.m. Pull up on us. Who we got? Oh, okay. You know me, I just press.
I do know you.
I just press this up.
I do.
What up, Johnny?
What's
But
happening?
no, for real though, man. Crazy. I just can't wait to the draft, man. I know we fixated at number 22, but we got like 9 other picks that we gotta lock in on. And I think though all those picks, this draft is gonna be very crucial to the continued success of the franchise because of the changing of the guard, the aging of the players that we have. You know, we just lost Joey Bosa. You know, Mac is going to be retiring. This guy's getting old, man. Like key cornerstones of this Chargers identity is going to be rolling out of there. Hell, we had to bring Tony Jefferson back out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. So going into this draft, you're going to see a lot of pieces, hopefully, that stick around for a long time. Hopefully, we find those
cornerstone pieces.
Yep. Hopefully, we find the next Joey Bosa, the next Antonio Gates.
Bean say do 12. Bean say do you miss Eckler?
I do. I was watching on some highlights today of Eckler, man, and just giving Herbert that ability to check down to a running back that was shifty, crafty like Eckler. Eckler was.
I miss him in fantasy.
Oh, he was a fantasy god.
That's what I'm saying. I miss him in fantasy.
He was a fantasy god, but that ability, I just seen some beautiful passes that Herbert was just throwing to him. He running on the rear route up the sideline, and he just securing the ball for a touchdown. I was just like, man. But we got Najee, and Najee can do the same thing.
Ish.
And Najee plays every game.
This is true. That was starting to be an issue for Eckler those last couple of years. Is he got hurt and like early in the season too.
Yeah, I mean he's a little dude.
Very early in the season, my boy would be on the bench 7-8 games. Like, oh Lord.
Hey, Najee slow. He might be slow, but Najee is there every game. He's available every game. He's available every game.
His availability is his probably greatest attribute.
No, Vaughn, I never said Najee was better. I never said Najee was better than Eckler. I just said he's healthier than Eckler. That's it. He's healthier, and you can't lie. He hasn't missed a game.
Yeah. I agree, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I think the Dobbins, which is why I want him back, because I think the Dobbins Najee little combo can be slick decent just because of they running styles. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I thought the Najee signing was like a Gus upgrade. You know what I mean? Got us a Gus upgrade, and that's why I was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. We're gonna get us a better version of the Gus bus and Dobbins, but we just ain't inked the Dobbins part yet. So just trying to keep it calm. We won't panic too much.
Who you think we're gonna get? Scholar said we're gonna get our guy in the draft in the first 3 rounds. Who you think we're gonna get, Scholar? I think we.
Who is
I think
our
we go.
guy?
Yeah.
Who are we calling
I
our
think
guy?
here's how it plays out. Here's my scenarios. Right.
Mm-hmm.
22. If we pick Kenneth Grant, he's available. Then that means Mason Taylor, 2nd round, and then 3rd round probably Ollie Gordon for running back. If we pick,
and you saying that because Hampton ain't gonna make it that far?
Now Hampton gonna be gone. Hampton, if he don't go 1st round, early 2nd round, way before he even gets near us, he'll be gone.
Okay.
He's gonna be the 2nd running back off the board.
Mm.
Yeah. So if we draft Loveland 1st round, then we're looking at possible. What's the defensive lineman from Ohio State?
Amir, what's good, man? Then tap back in.
I ain't seen Amir in a minute, bro. Well, I seen him. He been online. I ain't seen him in a minute. But we'll get the kid from Ohio State. I can't pronounce his name. Let me try to sound it out.
Luke, I see you in the chat, bro. I got you.
What he say?
Luke just in the
Jack Sawyer. That's who we'll get. Jack Sawyer, 2nd round. Loveland 1st round. Jack Sawyer 2nd round. Ollie Gordon 3rd round. I'm heavy on us possibly getting a running back in the 3rd round.
I think, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I think this draft is going to dictate a lot with what we do with Dobbins.
Skyler, if we go Hampton, you're gonna have to get him in the 1st round. You're gonna have to get him at 22 if you go Hampton. Which if that means we go and get, if Mason Taylor's available, I don't mind it. Right? I don't mind it.
Of course.
Because either Taylor or Loveland, we have to get a tight end. We got to address that. We got Conklin on a 1-year deal. Drizzle will be back on his last year of his deal next year. So the tight end room will be thin, right? So we got the developmental kid, but he ain't gonna be ready for another 2-3 years.
Johnny, go look at our last video on TikTok. Let us know what you think, what the answer is.
You think Trayvon Henderson 2nd round, Luke?
Let's see what Luke got, man. Let's see what he got. You switch it over on TikTok.
Yeah. Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, what up?
What up?
I think Trayvon Henderson will it's like 50-50 that he'll be there in the 2nd round, but I think he might. And if he's there, I think that's the pick.
Yeah, so I think Gentry and Hampton going 1st round.
Yeah, I agree.
1st round. And then Caleb Johnson will be early 2nd round. And then Trayvon, I don't think he gets down to us.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible he doesn't. That's what I said. It's like 50-50. Like some have him projected to fall to us and some don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be realistic and say Ollie Gordon. Good Gordon.
And if it's not him, I'd rather. I mean, I like Judkins and I like Cam Scatterboo too, because Cam Scatterboo reminds me a lot of Austin Eckler.
Scatterboo's a violent runner, and everybody likes violence. We all like to see the violence and madness, but we know where the violence and madness for running backs lead you, especially in the NFL. It leads you right to the blue tip.
Yeah, but I mean, you're lucky to get 6 good years out of running back nowadays anyway.
No, you probably get more because they do running back by committee. Every team has 2 to 3 running backs now.
Yeah, well, Cam Scatterboo wouldn't be like every down back. I mean, you got Najee for that.
But
so Cam Scatterboo.
All it takes is that one hit with him, bro. Like running how you run, and you run up against big D linemen.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have any injury history in college, though. That's the thing.
Man, he ain't playing against 300-pounders that can run 4.9.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, I mean, he didn't. It's not like he played at some bum school.
No, he didn't. He
played against guys that are going to get
it just remains to be seen with him. That's the early prediction. That was the early thing from the collarbone. Was just his violent run type was going to get him hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I mean, I think if you're talking about pure talent at running back, in my opinion, he's the 4th best running back in the draft.
Pure talent wise or heart? He has heart. You can't coach heart. He has heart.
A lot of those guys don't have the receiving ability he has. So if we're talking about an all-around running back, I think he's
now Ollie Gordon is has nice soft hands. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
Also. But he's not the runner that Scatterboo is though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously Genty is obviously number 1, and then you got Hampton is obviously number 2. My opinion, Trayvon Henderson is the 3rd best running back in the class, and then I think Cam Scatterboo's 4th.
Yes, with your opinion.
Yeah.
But from the combine,
they have him ranked like 6th or 7th. I know.
Yeah.
I know. But if you're looking at the guys that are ahead of him, they're one-dimensional. Like Judkins, like I like him, but he's not the pass catcher that Scatterboo is. He's just not.
I mean, do you really have we ever seen?
Don't have the speed that he does.
Scatterboo ain't slow though.
Have we ever seen 4.6? Have we ever seen Ohio State really throw to the running back like that? Besides Ezekiel Elliott when they played Bama when they switched up the game plan. Running backs at Ohio State, yeah, he did catch a lot.
Henderson caught the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Guys don't catch the ball.
It's Ohio State is just a play action, throw that thing down the field because their running backs have running lanes that be wide open, and they just use them as a trophy piece. You really don't see their hands until they get to the NFL. I ain't saying they don't have hands. I'm just saying haven't been showcased much.
I mean, but like I said, Trayvon Henderson, he played Ohio State, 3rd best running back in the class, and he's got good hands. I mean, they threw him the ball.
Yeah, me personally, I would pass on Cam Scatterboo.
Okay, and so if Scatterboo fell in the 3rd round, say you take Loveland 1st round, edge or D tackle 2nd round, Scatterboo there in 3rd round. Would you take him then?
No, I probably would take. I really like Ollie Gordon's game, bro. I really do. I like DJ Giddens' game, Damian Martinez, his game. I just like their all-around game and their size. I think they're built for the NFL grind and their style of run. Ollie Gordon isn't as fast as Scatterboo in the open field, but he's just as productive running routes.
All right, well, fair enough. I mean, I respect your opinion as well. I think
maybe 4th round.
He ain't falling in the 4th round. He ain't falling.
It's going to be fun to see, though. It's going to be fun to see wherever he goes. It's going to be fun to watch it and see if we were right or wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we absolutely could be wrong. He could go out and kill it. He could be NFL Rookie of the Year.
I think he will be good. That's why I think he's one of those guys that
the NFL Rookie.
No, he's not Rookie of the Year. Not.
Nah. I'm like, I really don't hear no predictions on where he's gonna go. Has anybody? They really haven't been talking about.
I feel like it's only only the fans that's like, we should get Cam Scatterboo. I haven't heard that nowhere else.
Like he played great against Texas.
You know why though? You know why? It's because he's white. Serious. It's because he's
white.
It's because he's a white running back. But C-Mac is an anomaly though. It's the same thing with Cooper DeJean. That's why he fell a little bit later than he should have. Because he's a white cornerback.
Cooper DeJean. Nobody needed him. Nobody needed him though. If you look at,
but he's that guy though.
Yeah, but nobody needed him at that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he fell to the Eagles nicely to the Eagles. Nobody needed him.
So nobody needs a corner. Not
an urgency where you would draft him that high. No, they didn't. No.
Like Jim Harbaugh says, you can never have enough cornerbacks. You can never have enough cornerbacks, bro. Cornerback is one of the hardest positions to draft.
It is.
And for him to fall that far was idiotic by every other GM in the league.
No, it's just you go off the comp, like who they played, right? He played at Iowa, so you can only judge the guy. He dominated over there in Iowa. So I mean, you can't knock the teams on for not drafting them. It ain't like nobody's losing sleep over it.
You can though. I mean, I wouldn't lose sleep. They just won the Super Bowl, and he was a big reason why.
Nah, that front line was a big reason why. That front line, that defense as a whole was a big reason. He contributed. Yes, he contributed, but
boys wasn't even blitzing pressure.
Like
no, I understand
that front four was. If you got a front four like that, the back seven gonna have field day. They're gonna have field. And I'm not taking nothing away from Cooper DeJean, not knocking him at all. He had a great season. They won in that aspect, but he also is playing with a hellified secondary. His job is easy.
I mean, most of them were hurt all year, though. He was the only consistent guy all season. Darius Slay was in and out. James Bradbury missed all season. Quinyon Mitchell was in and out of the lineup. He was like the only one that was there every game.
He was the third cornerback gone off the board. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying
that was the two before him.
But it's just
Quinyon Mitchell and Terrion Arnold, and they all contributed. They all had great seasons. So I mean, that's why I'm saying Nobody missed. None of these teams. Seattle didn't need them. The Lions didn't need them.
The Lions definitely needed him.
No, they got Arnold. Arnold stepped up.
Yeah, that's it though.
He wouldn't like Cooper DeJean isn't a game changer. Like he's not a game changer. He's a great cornerback. He isn't somebody you're like, oh, he's going to change the dynamic of this game.
Cooper DeJean Allen.
Yeah, it ain't no Cooper DeJean Allen. He's a great cornerback, but he's not. Him and Arnold and Quinyon Mitchell, they all contributed to their team. Cooper DeJean produced more because he made some interceptions. He returned touchdowns. He had a big game in the Super Bowl. Amazing. Like, I'm not going to say that teams like who drafted before Seattle, Detroit, Seattle, Steelers, Saints. The offensive tackle that the Saints drafted, starting rookie, did phenomenal at left tackle.
No.
Tulsa Fuanga from Oregon State. They didn't need a cornerback. They traded a cornerback away in Marshawn Lattimore, a Pro Bowl cornerback.
They traded him because of money, though. They didn't trade him because they didn't need him.
But I'm saying, though, they still had guys stepped up. Hell, they just let Paulson Adedibo walk. And up until
the money.
Until his broken leg, though. I'm saying until his broken leg, dude was balling out. But I'm saying they didn't need a cornerback, though. They needed an offensive tackle.
I think GM and scouts, when people go to small schools, they underrate them. Just like when Josh Allen got drafted and Josh Rosen and a couple other quarterbacks got drafted in front of him, when you could see that Josh Allen was going to be the better prospect. I mean, Josh Rosen was what he was going to be, and it turned out he was a bust.
Where do you think Cooper DeJean should have went? Would you have wanted him picked over Joe Alt?
Hell no, because I mean, I think he should have went in the teens though, like in the between the 15 and 20.
Let's see 15 and 20. I see 15 to 20. Okay, 15 to 20. All right. Tennessee Titan got J.C. Ladham. Quinyon Mitchell. So he should have been drafted above Quinyon Mitchell or at the same time, at the same side?
No, I think around the same spot.
So you think he should have went to the Saints at 17 over Fuanga?
I think Cooper DeJean is a better prospect than Fuanga for sure.
They didn't need him though. It goes down to need. He probably was the overall better prospect, but they didn't need a cornerback because they had Fuanga. I mean,
other issues to address.
They had Lattimore. They had Adebo. They had Taylor. They had several other guys at cornerback. The Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm more of the philosophy of Jim Harbaugh is that you build your team to round where you get to the draft. You don't have to draft a certain position to feel like you need a certain person, and you pick the best player available. And I think I mean, the Saints are a wreck, so I understand they needed a tackle. I get that. But at some point, when you're drafting a guy that was projected in the second round against a guy that was first round, I think you're reaching. I mean, Fuaga wasn't that rated that high. He was projected to be in the second round. They drafted him because they needed a tackle. That's their problem.
But he played like a first rounder. That dude scored off the chart. He balled out. He had a great year. He probably was top 3 tackle as a rookie in the rookie class this year.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know that much because I haven't.
Let's see his PFF.
So you could be right. I don't know what he graded, so I couldn't tell you. But you might know more about it than me. But I also didn't watch the Saints because they sucked. So
Who that said they're gonna beat them soon?
Everybody. I mean, he did good where he's at, bro. Like it worked out for him. Because who's to say any of those other teams they probably didn't scheme right for him. With the Eagles, they had a scheme for him that he fit in. Because you got to think of that too. You can't just draft a corner and then hopes that he fits your scheme. If he's a zone corner and you're primarily the Patriots where you run man, then he's not going to do good.
Yeah, but I think he's a corner where you can fit anywhere. He's got the speed, the size, the ball skills. He could fit in any scheme. That's my opinion.
I think we'll see. It's a lot of football, man. They're going to have tape. They got tape on him now. We'll see, man. Hopefully he ain't like Sauce Garner, where he had the 1 year, bro, and he been sauced.
Hey, Sauce is still good, man. The Jets just
you just proved my point. The scheme. It's all about the scheme.
Not the scheme. Not the scheme. He's just unhappy because the Jets suck.
Nah, man. You still got to play, bro. You still got to get money at the end of the day.
Hey, some guys get their money and then they chill, you know. J.C. Jackson, same way. He went to the Patriots, and then he came to us and took all our money.
Skyler said he taking over the running back from Miami. Appreciate you, Luke.
All right.
For sure. What up, Jesse? Jesse drinking a beer. Beans, yeah, we do miss Eckler. Which son, Vonnie? I think the Saints are gonna draft Shador at number 9. And what's the other son's name? Shiloh. I think Shiloh will get drafted probably 5th round. He actually ran good at this combine. He ran a 4.5. He ran a 4.5. So Vonnie, I think Shador goes to New Orleans. And what's the other son's name? Shiloh. He goes probably 5th or 6th round. Be crazy if the Saints do need a safety. Crazy if they draft both of them, wouldn't it?
JR
Be crazy.
says praying that we get Loveland.
I like Loveland, man. I like Mason. So if we miss not on Warren. That's just a given.
Yeah.
That's a top 10 pick. Top 15 if he don't get picked in the top 10. Because he ain't making it past Indianapolis. It's not gonna happen. So Loveland is our next bet.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like. If we
Ain't no
don't
wrong
get
with that.
Loveland and we shoot for Mason, I'm happy. Mason has visited the facility as well.
So if we don't get Loveland, let's say we don't get Loveland at 22, does our attention immediately switch to wide receiver at 22?
I think they go defense.
Do we still ride the offensive train at 22 and see what's the best available skills position at 22?
That would be, I ain't gonna lie, no cap. That would be good if they got Golden at 22, first round, and then they came back and got Taylor in the second round. That mean Herbert about to just be swinging that thing, boy. It's gonna be coming out like hot rocks. What y'all think, man? Golden and Taylor, first 2 rounds, bro. We're gonna have air raid system.
Let it go.
Let it go, bro. Let it go. There was some crazy trades thrown around where they said that we trade with the Ravens. This is a trade that was thrown out. Somebody made up. They said we trade 22 pick, second round pick, and Zion Johnson to the Ravens we receive Mark Andrews, the 27th pick, and a 4th rounder. Would y'all do that? Would y'all accept that trade? To get Mark Andrews, we give up Zion Johnson, we give up the 22 pick and a second round pick, and we get Mark Andrews, the 27th pick in the first round, and a third, I think it was a 3rd or 4th rounder. Forgot which one it was.
I'm going to go with nah, fam.
Absolutely not. They say absolutely not.
Nah, fam. Me reject your trade, man.
Honor Link say, yes. Got one yes. 34 no's. Somebody, JR say he has a small bit of hope Johnson becomes a star center. I don't know, but hey, a dark horse in this whole thing, a dark horse in this whole evolution of this draft is a Bell. We know how much Jim Harbaugh loves tackles, and you got a guy that is built like a tackle, but plays offensive guard, and he actually can play all 5 positions on the offensive line. So but he does better at guard because he's a little bit too slow for edge rushers at tackle, but he excels on the interior of the line, but he can play all 5 positions.
For sure.
So if you know Jim Harbaugh, that could be
Jimmy.
That could be the dark horse. So what do y'all think? Zabel at 22, offensive tackle from North Dakota State, 6'6", 305, can play all 5 positions on the line. What you think?
Got a jack of all trades.
Master.
Nah, man, I don't want the Renaissance man at the 22. Just give me somebody who do what they do.
He's gonna go into the interior of the line.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I understand it.
But he's too big to play damn center, bro.
Yeah, just give me somebody that's and at this point, I feel like we probably could get some interior line pieces later on. I just want either if we go on offense and we getting Herbo another piece, and if we miss on that at 22, then it's got to be.
So you think if they don't, man, I don't know. This is hardball, bro. This is hardball, and I think it's hard for him to pass
the Da Vinci Code
on Zabel. Let me see if Zabel's been to the Chargers facility or they visited with him.
Cha. JR, we love Amari Hampton. We just don't think he's gonna be there for us.
They say they visited with him during the Senior Bowl. They visited him at the Senior Bowl, man.
Chopped it up like some old Detroit players at the Senior Bowl.
Man, 4 to 5 offensive line position makes him a versatile prospect. And Chargers just released a Chargers just released an article from Eric Smith
It might have
about
the air quotes.
potentially grabbing Zay.
Okay.
Mm.
But you know how that, I feel like with all these things, these little plant pages and plant little
Now this is for the
so-and-so's been
Chargers
talking.
page.
Yeah.
It's for the
So-and-so's
Chargers
been
page.
talking to so-and-so. Come out and that thing, they go kicker in the first round. Got everybody tight. Punter in the first round. Everybody sick. Wait, what?
But I mean, you get Zal, bro. He from up there in the Midwest. He been hucking corn, shucking corn, and hucking hay,
Danger Dave,
raffling
what's good?
cows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He grew up on a farm, probably just beating cows up and stuff, put them in the chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
Just naturally strong, farm strong,
corn fed.
Yeah, them farm hands get on your boy. Boy got a different type of strength.
I ain't been.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. Man. What you think, Danger Dave? You think he pulls a move and get Zabel at 22? That would be interesting, bro. It would be an interesting pick, man. Definitely something to watch out for. But on that note, bro, I gotta go ahead.
You gotta shake?
Yeah, I gotta shake. I gotta go blow some text, y'all. I gotta
Yes,
go.
sir.
Hold on. Pause.
I'm gonna just let you live your life.
Technical files. I gotta go ref some games. So I'll be back, y'all, tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man, like always. Hey, and thank y'all, man. Hey, the YouTube channel went bananas, bro. Appreciate the love, bro. Appreciate
real.
the subscribers that came and flooded the YouTube channel. Bro, that's bananas. 820 subscribers, bro. When we left we doing something right. We left last week.
Wednesday, something like that.
It was 150 subscribers. And now we up to 820 subscribers, man.
That's a good look, Danger Dave.
Appreciate that, Danger Dave, man. Bro,
LS Boats.
thank y'all for that, bro. Appreciate y'all for subbing, man.
Subscribe.
It went crazy on the channel, bro. Went crazy, man.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
I was like, I text Brodie like, bro, what did I say? Did I say something messed up? What did I do?
It was like we didn't had our viral moment in one of the episodes, bro.
But hey, April 24th. Also, we got an upcoming fantasy draft. Ironing out details for that. How many teams, Brodie?
12.
12. Are we gonna do one team or are we gonna do two teams?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, is there like two league or just one league?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see what the response is. We'll see what the response is. If we got more than 12 people who want to participate, then we'll push it to two leagues, 24 teams total, and rock like that. So, everybody's more than welcome to participate, and we'll get y'all those details. We're shooting right now for July 1st. We're getting y'all the details for the inaugural Lightning Strike podcast.
You're gonna want to be there.
League.
We want to in person. We want to be in person, do an in-person draft with the big board, everything, man. Give y'all moment. That's how we take fantasy football. We want to give y'all a moment, and we want to be experienced. We want to have fun. We want it to be a crap talking league, of course.
Yeah,
pop your collar in the league. Engage with
Put
clean
faces
fun though.
to all these names that we see in the comment section.
It's gonna be in San Diego. It's gonna be in San Diego. Once I get the okay, I'll give you the location, and we're gonna be in there popping it, bro. Like, we want to have a whole little. We're gonna have our own NFL draft moment. We gonna call you up to the big screen. You gonna hand us the envelope. That's what we rocking with.
Get you right.
And it's gonna be food, drinks. Gonna be a whole vibe, bro. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a fun league, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going up.
Yep. Shout out to Scott and everybody on Facebook for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shoot, just about everywhere, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. With the 15 pick, it's like Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a keepers league too. You wanna do keepers? I know.
More details to follow.
Yeah, more details to follow. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We out. Oh boy.
All right, y'all.